Well, good morning to you all. Happy New Year and all that. Welcome to 2025 and this morning's meeting of BBF. I've got your meeting chairman standing in for Adrian, who can't be with us today, as we'll be explained in a moment. We have guests this morning, so first of all, can I introduce and welcome to Corey? Thanks, hello. Hi everyone, while we're standing up and introducing ourselves, it's not just for me, there is a leadership team that runs the meeting, so would you kindly stand up and introduce yourselves? There you go.
Morning all, Paul Corrigan, Social Secretary.
And good morning everybody, I'm Terry and I do a membership and recruitment, and today I'm standing for Aidan, I'm standing for Scott. Scott does a fancy.
Sorry? Well, yeah, I'm Scott, I'm the meeting secretary normally. Looking after the facts and figures and being the handsome face.
Well, I'm also the handsome place of live chat. Vincent from Speakering. Didn't need to say the Speakering, I'll start again. I'm Vincent, I chair the membership committee, I'm also the official timekeeper. That's the worst it I've ever heard. I'll go and practice.
Sit down.
Thank you.
Okay, the first part of the meeting is to hand over to the handsome face and talk about the performance.
Morning again everybody. So this is the benefit of our guest. This is a performance lead. And it indicates the sort of performance of the members throughout the month. And it's all sort of things. It's giving referrals, going to one-to-one meetings, the synergy meeting that I mentioned to Corey earlier, and so on. And they're all recorded and you get points for certain activities. And it is important because the position you finish on this month indicates where you are on the GBF website. You finish number 1, you're up there, you're right at the bottom, you'll be down, you've got 100. So, in no particular way, you've got to do it in the right order. The 3 to the end of December, you've got a new month now. Matt Barry came in 3rd, which is unusual for Matt to do that low, but you've got to try harder. Second was Lou, well done. And the leader who's at the top of all, look on the EBF website, is our esteemed architect, Nick Cook. Well done, Nick. I passed the crowd and how it Steve, structural engineer.
There we go.
You're looking at the plug next to
Yes, it's been a few weeks, don't worry. And likewise, I don't have my agenda to run through today, but given I've been doing it for 6 years, I should have a vague idea of what we're doing. I'll give it a go and see where we go. So the next point on our agenda is the education slot, which today was going to be Ben, but Ben isn't able to be with us. He's got a hospital appointment, and he asked me to step in and fill in the gap. So I'm going to talk to you about EBF promotion of us lot and of EBF networking group via social media, which is something that I've started up again as a 2025 activity. So we are I've scheduled a month's worth of promotional posts that are a mixture of promoting individual members and their members on the website, looking for vacant categories that we need to fill in the group. For example, well, I think the first post I put out was asking for a courier. Guess who saw it? So that's a lovely testament that it's got to be worth trying. And also talking about promoting the meeting just generally and promoting our blog. So we're going to be doing those different activities. Interestingly, Terry said about Performance League and the order of members on our websites. There's only enough space in our calendar each month to promote 15 or so of you members, because otherwise the social channels will get a bit too busy. So the top 15 in the Performance League are the ones we're going to be promoting on social each month. So we look back at last month's scores, choose those profiles and push them out. So another incentive to try and get yourself up that league if you can score all your points. So that's what I wanted to say is make sure that your EBF member profile on the website is up to date, that it's got all the information that you need, because that's the data I'm using to promote you on social media. Hope that makes sense. Terry. Membership news is the next item on the agenda. Thank you, Terry.
Members, Scott, thank you.
You're welcome.
A couple of announcements really. One is a renewal of an existing member. It's always good. It's in process, and I think Vincent will dealt with that.
It was unanimous.
What? Are you sure? Anyway, so I'd like to announce that seems like one of our newest members, but it's actually been here a year. Paul Corrigan is member of been removed. Delighted because he's a great member. Thank you very much, Paul, for your efforts last year. If you are now eligible for apply for the market exit, you need to go on the website and look at any query not sure, do give me a shout. For the right incentive, I can help you make you you, mate.
Well, with all those parts out of the way, I think we move into the first real main participation part of the meeting, the 62nd round. As is becoming standard, when I stand in and do these, I don't run from the order of attendance. I play the game of nominations, just to keep you all on your feet. So what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce some of our new members to somebody newish to start. When they finish their 60-second presentation, they will nominate the next person to stand up and talk. I'll go through until we're all done. And once all the members have had a chance to talk, Corey will get a turn to introduce his business also. So, the Oscar this morning is being deliberated by Tina. So the best 60 seconds. Thank you. There we go. Yes, so the Oscar is going to be chosen by Tina. She's going to look out for the best presentation. The best means it's going to be within the 60 seconds. It should be a topic, engaging, interesting, etc. Vincent will be managing our time. So on 50 seconds, you'll hear this noise. And on 60 seconds, you'll hear 60 noise, which means pretty much sit down. So there we go. I think I've got all that right. Let's start off the meeting with Tina, and then Tina can choose. That's all right.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Tina. I'm the executive services. So this is where I'm putting the. Won't start yet, please. Right, ready?
Yes.
Morning, everybody. My name is Tina. I'm the executive services. Right, the layout and support for virtual PA in action. The virtual PA is like an onion, offering layers upon layer of support to suit your business and personal needs. For instance, core tasks, managing email, scheduling meetings, and handling correspondence to keep you organised. Strategic support, assisting with project management, research, and operational planning. Personalised services, tailored solutions such as booking travel, event planning, and managing personal tasks. 4, expertise, providing skills in areas like social media management, content creation, and financial assistance. Nothing else. Like an onion, the virtual PA reveals new capabilities as you peel back the layers, ensuring you're always equipped. I like that, keep going. Always equipped to my level of systems through 5. So that's me, Tina, Liberty Executive Services. I'm not 9 to 5, I'm start to finish. Problem.
Morning, Paul Burton, Charles said, Brentwood. January, so that means self-assessment, tax returns. Lots of people still haven't done their returns yet. We're still getting a few new inquiries. On Tuesday, we had 3 new inquiries. One yesterday. It's getting a little bit tight for the deadline, but we've still got a little bit of capacity in certain places. So if you know anyone who needs self-assessment tax return, please give them my details. We both from Booting Club. Minimise the tax, maximise wealth.
Choose a member, please. Paul, who is that next to you?
I'll go for Matt, please.
Morning everyone, Matt Barry from Blue Seraph. We've had some nice projects just kicking off this week, which we've had discussions with, but very much now starting to look for businesses that are thinking about the end of year, their end of financial year, and looking to spend all of that budget that they have, but also possibly to thinking about what their strategy might be, their marketing strategy, their brand strategy for the new year. So if you or your wider associates and contacts are looking for a rebrand, looking for a new way to promote your products or services, then please do get in touch with me. Apologies if I'm a little slow, I'm high on drugs.
Matt, your nomination, please.
My nomination is Vincent.
Thank you very much. Morning everyone, Vincent from Speed Print, based in Gatshill. I've just completed this second poetry book called Of. It's a friend of Kevin Hammond. The first book was called If, it's a collection of poems. So I'm expecting when he does the 3 more that he's going to do, they're going to be called F, Af and Uff. Thank you very much. This is a perfect bind. It's a square spine. I just wanted to show you what other types of booklets we can do. This is saddle stitch or stapled, which does what it says on the tin, stapled. And then we do also case bound, which is a proper. So if you want to create a lookbook to promote your services, this is the place to be. But Speed Print, you think it, we ink it.
Vince, your nomination, please.
Oh yeah, John.
Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. John from Lockfish in Stortford.
You need to check the class.
Oh, they were done. No, I thought you were a single phrase. Sorry.
It's because you nominated someone beside him.
Oh, sit down, sit down.
I'm nominated John.
What?
Now do it. Go on.
Oh. Good morning. John from Lockfish in Stortford Limited. I offer 24-hour locksmith services, security assessments, and also lock upgrades. So that is looking at smart locks so you can use your phone to get into your house. Becoming very popular. This year has started quite quickly, but I'd like to get some traction very quickly as well. I've set some business goals, so I want to try and achieve those by the end of the year. So I'm just looking for anybody that knows any estate agents, management or HMO managers, builders, or insurance companies. If you could get me something like an invite or a meet, that'd be great. Thank you very much. It's John from Lockfield.
Well done.
Thanks, John. Your nomination, please.
John Carl.
Morning everyone, I'm Joshua, staff architect from JD's studio. It's been a great Christmas break, great recharge, and just to remind you of the sort of services that I offer. So where I'm different to Nick, who is a structural engineer, where Nick will be helping customers to think about the structural implications of changes that you want to make to your property, I'm involved at the very early stages of not only looking at the structural implications, but also looking at the planning implications of whatever change you might want to make and help you to navigate that process. So if you know anyone who's maybe just bought a new property, or maybe they've been in their property for a while and they're not sure what they can do under planning, or they just want someone to help guide them through the process, then the chartered architect is what they need. That's Joshua from JDC Studio.
Thank you, Josh. Your nomination.
Oh yes, my nomination at the end.
Good morning, everybody. Leanna Brooklyn Interiors. Now, I don't know if you watched it last night. I know Terry did, because we just discussed it this morning. Love it or list it. Right. Now, this is something that I can help people with. If they're in their home and they're stuck and it's not working for them and they just hate it, I can go in and give a fresh pair of eyes to them, and I can provide solutions and outline problems with them. So if you know anyone that is frustrated with their home, put them in touch with me, and I can provide that fresh pair of eyes, just like Phil and Kirsty. And if there's any structural or extensions needed, I have a fantastic team to help with. So that's Leanna Brooklyn Interiors. Thank you. Paul.
Good morning, Paul from Essex Business Forum. It's interesting to know that despite celebrant officiating and organising, help organise some of life's biggest events, weddings, funerals, baby namings, christenings, for one or another word. There's absolutely no requirement to have any qualifications or be a member of any organisation or even have any experience at all. This was quite a shock to me when I decided on this path. However, because I want to do it right and because what we do here is important in that we can trust the professionalism of the people that we work with and refer to, I am getting qualified. I've joined a professional organisation. I'm away for a 5-day residential training course with EPUB clinics because I want to do this properly. I want to be a professional, experienced, qualified settler. So I'm looking forward to taking you all on this journey with me over the next few weeks and months. All right. And I'll let you know how things progress. But that's me from Essex Business Forum.
Catherine Coley, English tutor plus. So I've been a teacher for a long time. I'm used to 2 weeks off at Christmas. I didn't actually get it this year. I had a rush before Christmas and went from 6 tutoring clients to 12, which is a massive improvement. So I'm actually fully booked. And my first proper proofreading job that wasn't educational, thanks to Stu, which was brilliant as well. So I've got no time to do any more tutoring at the moment. However, that doesn't mean I could never wait a year. So what I'm really looking for is more proofreading opportunities. So if you know of any students who are doing coursework or dissertations, assessments, anything, it doesn't just have to be English, please put them in touch with me because I offer a good proofreading service and equally companies if you need your own business material proofread. Very much having favourite with students. Oh, nomination, Nick.
Well, good morning. My name's Nick. I'm a structural engineer, as most of you know. I help homeowners with problems that they had with their homes. The gentleman I'm seeing this morning is no exception for this. Some years ago, he had the chimney breast in his living room and bedroom taken out. The remaining brickwork in the loft was supported on steel brackets. He couldn't inspect the work at the time because he was ill. He's seen it recently and he's appalled by it. He knows something needs to be done. He can't get hold of the builder. There's no building regulations approval. He found me on the Essex Business Forum website. Thank you, Scott. And I had a chat with him and I said, yes, I can help you. I think we can resolve the problem with some carefully placed steel beams. He said, how are you going to get the steel beam up there? I said, well, let's have a look at it first. Sort that one out nearer the time. So that's what I do. I help people with problems with their house. If you know anyone who's got a house who needs an engineer to look at cracks, subsidence, sagging grooves, and all that kind of stuff, that's what I do. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. And your nomination, please.
My nomination is for
It's your nomination. Self-assessment, mate.
Told Paul.
Morning all, happy new year. Paul from Stocks Air Plumbing and Heating. It's been quite a busy start of the year, which is good for us. Normally it's quiet when we come back from Christmas. Which leads me on to our special deal we've got at the moment. We're offering a 10% discount on all labour, servicing as well. We are offering a free whole house health check as well for every boiler service we do. That basically includes looking at every accessible, visible bit of plumbing in the house, in the loft, in the garage, outside taps, etc. We basically give it a mark out of 1 to 3. 1 is perfectly fine. 2 is, there might be signs of scale, we recommend a replacement. 3 is pissing out the water. And then we provide a no obligation quotation for you. It's up to you whether you accept it or not. But if you know anyone in your posse that needs anything like that, please put me our way. Thanks very much. Melissa, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Melissa Jackson from Francis. I don't probably direct my 60 seconds directly to members here because you've all got wonderful, healthy businesses and you don't really need my services. But one thing that I would like to think about at this time when we think about health and fitness and what's going to happen in the year coming is your financial fitness. We call it budgeting. But sometimes people think budgeting is a word where you think about saving money and you have to cut back all the time. But just look at all of your financial position and see what it is that you're spending on, whether your investments are doing well. You might have to go to Howard, you might have to go speak to Ben about your utilities. If you look at what you're spending on your holidays this year, you can save money on subscriptions you don't need anymore. So if you need any advice on how to budget, you can speak to me, but sit down with a nice cup of coffee, go through everything, and hopefully you can save some money.
And your nomination?
My nomination is...
Yeah, good morning. Scott from SEO. One of the things I always do as we close out the year is look back at which marketing tactics were most successful in 2024, looking ahead into the trends and design ideas and new things that we're looking at for 2025. And there are some things that weren't successful, and there are some things that really are. So if you're interested in looking and exploring some easy wins for what we can do just to kickstart your business into the new year, then maybe we should have a one-to-one. But there are some really quick and easy, simple things to do. The one I'm jumping on at the minute because it is so quick and easy and cheap is to make sure that you're using Google Business Posts. You should be doing maybe at least one of those a week. Quick, fast, and easy to do. So that's me, Scott from SEO, making it work. I'm going to nominate you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. That isn't close. Happy New Year and hello to all the new members. Obviously, I've not been here for a little while. So there's some health issues to address. As we enter a new year, it's certainly a new one for us. So we are reaching out and sort of saying to anyone, if you've got friends, colleagues, or people you do business with, and they're a big enough company where they'll hold meetings, training days, and they require any sort of corporate buffets or training day buffets or food, tea, coffee services throughout the whole day, they're the sort of clients we're looking for as we go into 2025. We'll be most appreciative of those referrals. I think that's about me done. Yeah, so thank you very much. I'll speak to you next week. Cheers.
And
I'll tell you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning again, everybody. Terry Maylin from Chair Law. So we're only just into the new year, and I've had clients contact me already about money that they're owed. And believe it or not, they've taken the view that they've left it as long as I can. I've really got to do something about it now. Well, that's Melissa and I both know that is not the way to do it. It's the one that we're working on together. I've left it so long that the company have got a winding-up petition against them, and they're looking at CBA. So if you know anyone in business and they're owed money, please explain to them. The earlier that they approach a solicitor or someone like Melissa, the better chance we've got of getting their money. This client who's left it, probably little chance of getting their money. If they come to us early enough, we can get the money back. I can usually cover my charges by the compensation and interest. Interest at 8% plus pays, Howard, not bad.
yes.
So if you know anyone that's owed money, this industry, give them my details. I'll be happy to talk to them and make sure that they get paid. So anyway, yeah, Rob, thank you.
So
I'll nominate Shannon.
Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. Shannon from Downton Mortgages. Clara is in Dubai. I think she's just literally landed, so that's why I'm stepping in today. When it comes to mortgages, everyone typically asks about interest rates, and that's what they want to know about, so I thought I would start off with that. At the end of 2024, in November, the Bank of England reduced their bank rate to 4.75. However, in December, they held the rate as it was. And according to analysis, this is kind of an indication of what's to come for 2025, and that if there are any rate reductions, it will be kind of gradual throughout the year. So it's not the best news, but it will be an interesting year to follow. So Shannon Savage from Downton Mortgages.
your nomination, Shannon.
Oh, sorry, Howard.
Morning, everyone. Howard Person from Clear Financial Advice. We're independent financial advisors in Brentwood. Now into the new year, this is when I start calling clients about their tax allowances to make sure they're usable for the end of the tax year on the 5th of April. So that's £20,000 into ISAs, up to £60,000 into pensions, or more under certain circumstances. And I'm trying to do that now because clients tend to leave to the last minute And there's always like the last week of the taxi, I'll start getting phone calls saying, "Oh, was it the end of the taxi? I've got money in my bedroom." Yes, and I've been talking to you 3 bloody months ago. So I'm starting out now. If you hear people talk about, "Oh, I'm going to get my stock in order because I'm retiring in a few years," go and have a chat with someone like me, 'cause it can be really helpful. Thank you. Very good. And I'll nominate Mike.
Morning everyone, welcome back. I'm Mike from Black Media. So just back to the basics, I provide video photography and drone content for businesses and events. So new members. I cover a huge range of different jobs, but the bulk of it is creating content for websites and social media, and I'm going to focus on the latter part of that today. So everyone's really aware that if you want to run an effective social media page, you need regular content. Putting a post up just once a month or so, it's not really going to cut through, especially if you're trying to expand your brand or push new products or services. So I offer a recurring content plan. It's priced at £600 a month for local companies and gets you a full day on site every month for a 12-month contract period. From this, we can provide photos or short videos to provide about 10 social media posts a month, or you can focus on one bigger project and make like a more produced advert to put out for that month. It's about 20% off what I've charged for normal rates for a one-off job. I also work with the companies planning what they're currently promoting, what they're looking to do in the future, so everything they're doing is tied in and consistent and the media they're putting out. So if you know any companies looking for regular, high-quality media content to put online, please send them in my direction. Thank you. It's Mike from Black Media.
Thank you, Mike. And your nomination?
My nomination is Stuart.
Morning, everybody. Stuart from LD Networks, the cloud service provider. Just wanted to mention this morning that we are on the lookout for businesses who need help with their licensing, with their Microsoft licensing, with their security products. Slightly worrying thing is a lot of businesses just don't actually know what security they have, if they have any at all. It's very, very easy just to go and buy a couple of Microsoft licenses for a business. But the worrying thing is that basic package is just that. It is very, very basic. As I explained in my slot before Christmas, us as small businesses are the low-hanging fruit. Okay, we can help businesses with their security, with their antivirus protection, with email protection, backups, endpoint backups for data. If you know any businesses that are expanding, that are looking to increase their licensing, then put in touch with me. It says Stuart at LG Networks. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart. I think we have one member left. Dave.
Morning all, I'm Dave Moore from Moore Limited. I just want to talk about just before Christmas, getting in touch with a company, a manufacturer in Brentwood. And just before Christmas, I actually got in touch with them and had a meeting beginning of this week with one of them, with one of their sales reps. So that's going to be exciting times for us to deal with these. They are they just through all over the world as well. So so we're excited to do sort of business with these guys, and also don't forget we were meant to start the market last Saturday, but it didn't happen, guys. But it will be happening this Saturday. So if you know anyone who wants some flooring or tiling, come see us down Brentwood High Street for a chat. Thank you very much. I'm Dave Moore from Flooring Limited. Thank you.
Now, I think that was all of the members. Did I miss anyone? Terrific. Fantastic. In which case, Corey, 60 seconds for you, please.
Please.
This would have been Corey.
Everyone take off their phone, please.
Okay.
Everyone see this?
Yeah.
Everyone see this?
Yeah.
Alright, brilliant. Hi, my name is Corey Martin. My name is Corey Martin, and my business is we're a family courier company. Now, my better half is not here. She's also a director here. So, 10 seconds. Who I am.
Our main product, we actually provide a subscription-based courier company. What it allows you to do is that what it allows you to do is you can pre-purchase miles at a fixed cost every month. All right. So what that means is for small businesses that you can budget, and obviously these costs are really predictable as well. Plus, you won't have to. Well, you won't have the hassle for last-minute drops. Also, why would you want to refer it? So, predictable cost, flexible mileage plans, and you can use this service on demand as well. What we're trying to look for, we're looking for SMEs in hospitality, e-commerce, and health care. And
sorry, you have to come back next week.
Next week.
Great, perfect. Thank you very much. Tina has been marking us all. So Tina,
I can't do it myself, can I?
give it to yourself. No, you will quickly.
Failed. I'm full. It's going to go to, we've all been good, pretty good. It's going to go to Paul Steve for doing special deals and helping.
Thank you very much.
And you later.
Next point in the agenda is, I think, the meeting secretary's report, which isn't anything specific to say today, other than just a quick tally up of some numbers, really, Corey, for your benefit. December was a funny month because we were only there for 3 weeks and we recorded some of it. So in December, we recorded that £50,000 worth of business, and we recorded 58 opportunities for business. So as that scales up into 4 week and 5 week months, it scales accordingly. So that's that. Terry, what have we got? We've got £6,500 worth recorded today, 17 fresh new opportunities. Don't forget to not just do stuff on a piece of paper, but record them on the V-forms. The EBF financial year finishes just into February around Valentine's Day. So I'm going to start moaning more than usual about making sure that you've captured everything for the year, so that when we can close in February and do our end figures, that we've got everything included. So, Stuart, you know that means you've got to do your big annual roundup. Those of you that do something similar to Stu and make sure you've captured everything, just get it in the system, please. Because all those numbers, when the membership committee meet and look at your renewal, and they consider you for the market excellence and all those other things, they do check out your commitments to the meeting and what it all means. So that is that. And I think, as I move on now, so what I can say that it looks like part of the meeting is the 10-minute presentation. Well, we'll see. So normally at this point, Ben will tell you about the upcoming presentations that we're doing for the education slots and the upcoming 10 minutes. But he's done that via email, so I don't need to worry about it. You all know what's going on. And today, you'll be delighted that Terry is giving us a presentation on his business. You've heard me talk enough. Paul is going to introduce Terry for us. Today's presenter is obviously Terry Maylin. He was affectionately known by those people who served papers on as that bastard Maylin. Terry left school in 1981, hard to believe, and went straight into work as an office junior, making tea, photocopying, delivering letters, etc. for 2 years in a solicitor's office. Next, he worked as an outdoor clerk in another solicitor's office and began studying to be a legal executive. His studies lasted 14 years. All of it was evenings and weekends. Next, Terry worked as a fee earner, starting with an empty desk and carrying out all sorts of legal work, including family work, God help us, and criminal work. He hated the criminals. Before moving into a large East London firm where he qualified as a legal executive and had the rest from studying. In 1998, Terry started 2 years of studying at Moorhead University to enable him to qualify as a solicitor without a degree, and he completed and qualified in 2000.
Terry moved to a firm in Brentwood High Street where he met Aidan and worked there for 10 years before leaving as it was rapidly going downhill and set up his own firm, TN Law. Today he's going to tell you about one of the areas of the law he works in, and that is patent crime. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Terry, that bastard Maylin.
Yeah, thanks very much. Well, I hope you'll excuse the variation from the sheet with all the weird. I get fed up with that. We've all done it for so many years. The introduction is what I do. So, yeah, I've been in the legal business, if you like, for a long time, although not a solicitor for that long. Qualified as a solicitor in the year 2000. And from that point onwards, I started specialising in litigation, which is the area of law that I practice now. And litigation's got lots of different areas of law, but the one I want to talk to you about today, and I'm very passionate about, is personal injury. Now, personal injury is quite a specialised area of law, really. Any solicitor can do it, but there are only not many that are qualified to deal with it properly, if you like. There's a Law Society personal injury panel, and there's 159 people on it out of 160,000 solicitors. So it's quite a niche, it's quite a very small percentage. And one of the reasons is it's quite hard to get onto this panel. It's a really, really long drawn out process, and it's expensive, and you have to renew it every 3 years. But it demonstrates a level of expertise beyond anyone, your average solicitor. So that's why I think it's worth doing. And I'm also a member of the Association of Personal Injury Lawyers. They're called APIL. Sometimes you hear them on Radio 4 when there's a dispute about accidents and stuff, they go on there. And they are set up purely to help the victims of accidents and medical negligence. That's all they exist for. So I'm a member of that organisation as well. And those two bodies help me in my specialism in personal injury. There's a couple of reasons why I like doing personal injury law particularly. I thought I'd share them with you today and give you some examples. One of the reasons is I really, believe it or not, I'm actually quite a caring person, and I really like helping people who've had a life-changing accident not get better, because they never do, but get their life back together. And the way we do that is by rehabilitation at a very early stage. I get in touch with the compensator, the paying party, and organise an examination called an immediate needs assessment, and then a path of rehabilitation, which can go on for months or years sometimes. And that's really, really important. Some solicitors just say, I've got your case, how much are we going to get you, and that's the end of it. But I focus on trying to help the person get their life back together, as well as the second part of it, the compensation. And on that note, I try and make sure they get properly compensated and not shafted. Because some insurance companies, well, they're all businesses, and some of them are really sharp, and they will shaft you if you're allowed to. I'll give you an example, if I may. You might recognise this, so it's a bit blurred. It's a tin of very friendly Jolly Green Giant sweet corn. A client of mine bought a tin of this lovely, naturally sweet and crisp sweet corn, and when he bit into it, one of the pieces of sweet corn was disguised as a stone. He bit into it, it cracked 2 of his teeth at the back here, literally. He got offered a £5 voucher for another tin of sweet corn. Luckily, he turned it down. They upped it to £50 worth of voucher. That's a lot of sweet corn. He turned it down. They finally said, our final offer is £500 as cash. We'll offer you £500 for the final settlement. He came to me, I did what I do, I got him £8,000. Because that was the cost of the repairing of the teeth and the pain and suffering. You can imagine dentists. So that's one of the other reasons I like doing this work. I want to make sure that insurers don't shaft my clients. So, the other reason I like doing this work, and it's probably really obvious, is it can pay really well. If I get the right case, and I have to pick my cases carefully, I can earn really well out of it. Let's face it, that's why we get up in the morning, that's why we're here, etc., etc. But I have to be careful because some of the personal injury cases now are fixed fees. And when I say fixed, I mean like really fixed, like £500 for running the case, it might take you a year or two. So I have to pick the cases, and the other reason I have to pick the cases carefully is because a lot of them are no win, no pay. In fact, most of them are no win, no pay, which obviously means if I don't win it, I don't get paid. But it's even worse because during the case, I pay out for court fees, doctor's fees, scans, x-rays, etc. And I can lay out £3,000 or £4,000, £5,000 on a case. The case can run for up to 3, 4, 5 years because that's how long the injuries take to settle. And I don't get paid that money until the end of it, and only if I win. So you'll gather from that I have to be really selective about what cases I take on. And I am careful about that. I've only ever lost one no bid campaign, and it cost me about £9,000 or £10,000. It's not something I want to do regularly. thought I'd give you some examples today of some of the cases that I've done. Just 2 or 3 examples to give you an idea of the sort of cases that I do and that I'm looking out for. The first case was a 46-year-old ground worker who came into contact with one of these. And if you can see it or not, but it's a 25-ton excavator. Quite why he didn't see or hear it is not something I have got to the bottom of, but it ran into him. And just before it ran into him, his friend pushed him out of the way, otherwise he would genuinely have been killed. It would have literally run over him. As it happens, he was lucky, it just hit his leg. It crushed one leg, the caterpillar tracks ran up the back of his car, pretty messy injuries. He can walk, but he can't work as a ground worker anymore, 46-year-old man. So I got him extensive rehabilitation going on over 2 or 3 years, not just for his physical injuries, psychological injuries. He was really messed up at the thought of this thing running over and killing him, not being able to provide for his family. I got the man just shy of £700,000 last year. And the reason that it was only £700,000 was because there was a large argument that this was partly his fault. You can see it, it's bright yellow, it's quite big, and it's very noisy. And he managed to get so close to it that it ran into him and crushed his legs. So there was a reduction for it partly being his fault. We call it contributory negligence, all right? About 20% was knocked off. He ended up with about just under 700 grand. And he's now getting on with his life, which is what the whole purpose of it. Another example is, and I'm sorry that James is not here today, it's a scaffolder. All right, this man fell off some scaffolding. Lucky enough, he landed on his head, otherwise he could have really hurt himself. He landed on his head. He suffered life-changing injuries, not life-threatening, but you can imagine he had a bit of a brain fog from the landing on the head. He had leg injuries and some other injuries. So again, I've got him extensive rehabilitation, both physical and mental. And at the end of that long process, I've got him £780,000, which he promptly transferred to a bank in Spain, left his wife in England, who's put up with all this for the last 4 years, and cleared off to Spain with a nice young woman on his arm. And he's living the life on the Costa del Sol, I do believe. Anyway, I did my suffering. I'm not a family lawyer, I couldn't help with that. Last example I'll give you is this one here. This is deliberately even more blurry than the rest. This is actually a helicopter that's crashed. This is an MOD picture, and you can imagine they don't take too kindly to people putting out pictures of what they did wrong. So my client was in a helicopter. The helicopter was on patrol in Northern Ireland. It flew over a hillside, and the pilot saw a flock of birds. He banked the helicopter beyond the angle you're supposed to bank them, and it crashed into the hillside. Several of the occupants were killed. My client was thrown out the back of the helicopter, luckily, flown out the back. His rifle butt hit his kneecap and sheared his kneecap off. Kneecap holds the rest of his leg together. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't nice. His best friend was sat next to him, or laying next to him, decapitated. This was a really nasty accident, and he never really recovered from it. I got him extensive rehabilitation through the MOD, funnily enough, they did it for him, and we got him to as good a place as we could get him. I got him £725,000, which is quite a lot of money. Back then, this was in 1999-2000. He then bought a load, as many properties as he could buy in East London. He bought, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And he's now, I met him recently, he's a multi-millionaire property owner, and his job is managing his properties. It's a great story. I met him at a football match, went to a football match, and he came out of a box. Terry Maylin. It was 20 years, he shook my hand, and thank you so much for helping me get my life back together, bought me a pint of beer. So, great story. He got his life back to where it wanted to be, and I am well out of it. The common theme amongst all of these stories I told, the common theme is this. They suffered life-changing injuries. I got them extensive rehabilitation, both physical and mental, and that is important. And I also got them a fairly substantial sum of money. It's never going to put things right, but what it has done is allow them to get on with their life and live the best life they can. Whereas if they'd gone to a solicitor who doesn't really care, they might have got some money. They wouldn't have got the rehab, and they probably wouldn't have done so well. Their life would be good. So, what I want you to do for me, I want you to look out for people who have suffered life-changing injuries, any of these sorts of things, but it can be any car accident, whatever. And somebody who wants a conscientious solicitor, somebody who will do the job properly, who won't rush through it because they want to get their money sooner rather than later, and who will make sure that they don't get shafted by these thieving, lying, scumbag insurance companies who are quite happy to pay you £5 when your injury is worth £8,000. I hope that's given you a flavour of what I do and why I'm so passionate about this sort of work. Thank you for listening. Got any questions? No, that's been lovely.
Thank you very much. There's already a load of hands in the air. But I'm going to start us off this morning. Is there a minimum, tripping on a pavement to Brentwood Council their knee, or does it need to be?
No.
Where does it need to?
The invoice got to be worth £1,000 or more to get costs back, legal costs. But if the invoice is worth £1,000 or more, it's not a case for me. I only earn £200 doing it, and I could spend a year or two doing it. Brutal, but there it is.
Paul.
Yeah, Terry, thanks for that. If someone has already agreed with an insurance company and it was sort of blatantly unfair, maybe the insurance company lied or anything like that, is it too late to get that overturned? Or
No, not unless it's in a court order. If it's just been an agreement, you can go back there and say. But I always encourage people never ever to agree things directly with insurers because they are thieves in line. I know they're a business, but they're thieves in line.
James is watching this.
James is on my side. James is the insurance broker, and he's on my side, believe it or not. But he helps people bring the claim.
Excellent. Howard, please.
If liability has been acknowledged, it's just about the number, as but it's going to be quite a drawn out case. Do clients can clients get an interim payment?
Yeah, they can, and I would, if they're not on benefits, I would get them an interim payment. But if they're on benefits, you've got to be careful because it could knock the benefits down. It's not unusual. Like the case I've described, I was getting them chunks of £10,000 interims. So they use up 10,000 and then they come back with some more. I can definitely £1,000 case, so you obviously don't wait for that. Yeah, definitely.
Nick.
You said you were very choosy about cases you take on, and quite likely too. I think we all are. What is it that restricts? You said some cases you're not going to earn any money out of it because they're limited. Why is there a limit?
Well, the cost in some cases are fixed. If the claim's worth less than 25 grand, the whole claim, then it goes into a portal. If it's in this online portal, the costs are fixed, and they are very fixed. Like they haven't gone up for a year, £500 or £600. And I could spend 2 years working on that. It's worth doing. I don't want to work for 2 years and fund it. Don't forget, I've got to pay for a doctor's report, medical reports again, blah blah blah. So although I'll get that back at the end of it, it's just not worth doing.
Can't they come straight through you without going through this portal?
They come to me and I put the claim on the portal. So yeah, like your work, like all of your work, you've got to pick and choose.
Any more? Hi, Catherine. Fantastic. Okay. Well, so thank you. That was excellent. Let's move on then into the other part of the meeting, which is the referrals and testimonials round. We'll stand up, talk about the opportunities that we've shared and the business we've completed over the last few weeks. Let's really mix it up. I'm not starting on. Let's start with Lesser and Karen this way. Sorry, guys. Ladies first.
Excellent, Terry. As you say, I work quite a lot with Terry when we first started with speaking. And I certainly vouch for the fact that he's very conscientious, cares a lot about his clients. Not with someone so much, but if you haven't used Terry and you love it, you need a lawyer, he's definitely your man. I've got a referral here for Paul. I've got some talk about in relation to a small social event. I'll speak to Paul about that. It's a murder mystery. If anyone's interested. So I was watching about that. We're going to put it on the chat. But yeah, see you all next week. Thanks very much.
Okay, first off, I'm Kathy for a couple of minutes. She just wants to say one-to-one with Matt Barry.
Oh, I said Matt Barry.
And a thank you for all the money to Stuart Small. Why am I saying this? Sorry, just because I'm reading exactly what to be about. Sorry. Yeah, she said fine. Thank you, everyone. And then for me, great to see you all. Great to be back. And yeah, it's been a week. Thank you.
Great meeting, lovely 10 minutes. Very interesting to hear examples of what you do. So thank you for that. I have a referral for Aiden.
Thank you.
Welcome. And I have something for money to Aiden.
Thank you, Terry, the Rottweiler, for that presentation. And a good chat with Paul Delisle before the meeting for mutual business opportunities. And welcome back to Neil. Hope you're feeling better, mate. Feeling better?
Yeah.
And thank you for the money to Kevin Radford, was it? Ex-member?
Yeah.
The insurance guy. For the printing of this book. That's the 7th book we've done. Anyway, well,
Any good?
yeah.
Thank you very much, Terry. That was really interesting, actually. It's good to hear what you do, and I also look forward to working with you this year, hopefully. I've got no referrals, but please be rest assured that I am working hard to try and get everything referrals. Every house I'm in, I'm always asking them what's going on, how their accounts are, how the forum is. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I am always working, and yeah, I'll hopefully get some more referrals for you guys this year. Thank you.
Hi. Oh, what's it? Thank you for having me again today. I think I'm a bit inspired by everyone's stories as well. Be back next week. Definitely. On that, well, we're from yourself, so if you do need us, yeah.
Yeah, one of those photos doing the books for summer. It's glad that it came out.
Yeah.
John, Fran used to do training.
Okay.
So I've done. Come on, but what I'll do, what it's like to do, I'll do an email introduce you.
Perfect. Yeah, very much.
I think it's absolutely. I don't know it's absolutely. And if the correct pleasures and come back next time.
As always, thanks. Really, really useful. You give that to young Matthew down here, please, for the money for some business completed. And this one is for all emergency call out over the Christmas period to go and solve my dear old nan's plumbing. And there's a cheque from her as well. 95-year-olds don't have one.
I'll call it. Well, you know, you see. Had an excellent one-to-one with Joshua over Christmas. If you haven't had a one-to-one, it's a very interesting man. I have a one-to-one with him. And then get to know your business.
What's his psyche like?
It's very good, yeah. He's a magician, yeah. He's just a machine. He never stops.
Yeah, you're doing exactly what I said in my 60 seconds.
No, that's an old one. I never had a chance to give it to you. It's done really gone. Yeah, really, thank you. Melissa? Ed? I know, I don't know what this is doing. This is before Christmas. Ed Scott is a bit dodgy. Okay. It's a little bit blanking. I don't know if it's blanking. Yeah. And this one is the one we spoke about. You might turn into something like that. And I spoke briefly. Yeah. It might come back. It might come back. Yeah. Thanks for that. Thanks for being there to keep an eye. And the other one's different paint name.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's one.
Very enjoyable meeting this morning. Fascinating to this. I knew you did personal injury stuff, but I didn't realise quite the magnitude of some of the stuff you do. So, yeah, really interesting. Really interesting. Welcome to our guest. For me, you get this. What? The white one out. Well, you give the blue one out. It's a lawyer. Bastard, maybe. It's a referral from Matt. My branding. Great. Let's refer from that.
Never gets
Concept.
on.
Concept. Graphic. No, this one's for Scott. Helping developing Essex Business website. We just get together something that's brilliant. Yes. This is for that.
Get my sketchy up as well.
Tosca Fund. Yeah, lovely. That's for Scott. That's the migration to zero when they're on it. And that's for Scott. Ongoing maintenance stuff. Even for like I said, thank you for that.
Hello everyone, nice to be back. Welcome to the new guest as well. Hope you enjoyed it coming back. Fantastic 10 minutes totally. Well, so it's another year's gone by and I'm glad I haven't had to use your services. So it's been the right year for work. I can't actually put a load of things in last night, but I think I actually set them all in for the moment in that last year. So cheers.
Great to have you, Terry. Welcome to our guests. Welcome to the new members. No referrals this week, but I do have a spare week before the catering season kicks off again. So if anyone does want a one-to-one, especially new members, please feel free. Drop us an email, drop us a text, and we'll sort something out. Thank you very much.
Right, let's start, Scott. Well, Terry, great to have you this time. Oh, Terry, sorry. I've got a mate called Terry. I'm so appreciative of knowing you. You're a great bloke, and also anyone that ever gets on one side of me. Welcome to Corey. And also thank you for the money to Scott and to Josh. Scott. There you go, thank you very much.
Thanks again,
Been a great meeting. Good to be back in the saddle. Basically, great 10-minute slot. Scott, Terry, your 10 minutes was outstanding. Terry did mention the fact that he's also very good at getting tenants out of houses and recovering serious amounts of money. Both of whom I've got friends and contacts who I've recommended Terry to in the last year or so, and you've done outstanding work. So that's been great. I look forward to seeing you.
Right. Thank you, Scott, for a very informative Scott recording. Thank you, Terry, for your 10 minutes. Very interesting and welcome, Corey. Thank you to the money for Nick. There we go. Yeah, see you all next week.
Good 10 minutes, Terry. Also, they're very interesting to see what you actually do and what you're involved in.
I don't call it graphic, by the way.
And hopefully we'll have a good year in business this year, guys. See you all next week.
That's the first meeting back. Great. It's not Scott. Terry, thank you very much. And for the person who really helped with various other business. In fact, that helicopter crash, I remember it. It's one of my dad's friends was one of the guys killed on the clock because we were in Northern Ireland at the time. Yeah, so that and you probably remember the Chinook helicopter crash that there was a whole load of storm engines in the Anyway, right. This is going to take a while. This is referred to Scott. I'll speak to you afterwards, literally just come in. And refer to Paul for one bill. Corridor to Paul, sorry. Whole household thing. Yeah, then we've got a referral to Scott. It's a new one, which you can think about that. Yeah, got better sign. South Africa country. One for John. Referral. It was based on what he said, but he has actually. He's so it's Nick Court's he's redoing up his actual property and his shop or his office. But I know that there's a finishing perspective that stuff there, so I think it's a good thing. And I'm not sure if they've been in contact with you this week, I know obviously between you and you've had a busy old week, but Guy, I'll chat to you about that. Then a thank you to Stuart. Thank you very much. Thank you for money to Paul Lou for Codal. And I had a one-to-one with Catherine and a one-to-one with Stuart. Very good one-to-one.
On the alcohol?
Well, I can't believe we've gone this way around. It's completely west. I think someone's going to sit in the east. Referral for Catherine. That's for some proofreading she did for us. Well worth it. Very well worth getting us to that point. That's all done. Suggestion giving you the thanks for the money for that already. One with Matt, as he said. Thank you.
So that's brilliant as always. And that's just a referral for Clara. I've got the client to give me some mortgage advice.
Welcome Corey, let's see you next week. Excellent as always, thank you for that and all the work that clients really to know about, and 4 thanks and monies.
Don't sit down, Terry. Before you do, we've got to look at our speakers prize. So,
slight confession, there was a really nice bottle of wine, obviously, really nice. It's one of the latest wine clubs, not very nice. Beautiful bottle, the bottle of forest and dust on it. It's on the kitchen worktop.
So next week, someone is going to get it. Yeah. That one is from England. Okay, right. Where are we? Nearly at the end. Do we have anything to say from a social stream?
Yes. I don't know if you got an email yesterday. Matt's idea about the wine tasting event on the 28th of February. If I can get some final numbers, I can get that booked up.
It'd be good if we can get a table. It's for SNAP charity, so it's a charity that we've all got a lot of us have got connections with. And then I also suggested the cheeky burger at Hamburger place, which I'm not sure if anyone's been to it. It's literally right next door to Hepburn's Butchers. So they take the meat and they make the most amazing burgers.
Count the info over those, please, Matt.
What's the theme of the evening, Matt?
What's the theme?
Well, it's a
wine so it's a wine with buffers. So basically you're given wines and you basically have like 3 or 4 people and they normally ham it up and it's all a good laugh and they try and convince you that what they're sort of saying stupid things about the wine, that what they're saying is the wine. So you've got to guess which one is right. So, and really you don't need to have really any knowledge. It's a bit of a laugh. Thanks.
Where is it?
It's in Sheffield.
Shenfield?
Yes.
Who goes to Sheffield?
What is this?
Okay, does anyone else have any announcements that they would like to say? Neil first and then Neil.
Just a real quick one, please. I've got a 16-year-old son who's about to turn 17, big, strapping, quite solid. And I've told him if he doesn't get a part-time job in the next 5 weeks, I'm kicking him out. So, to give him a fair chance, I said I would go to my networking group. Because he has tried everywhere, plus his cotton socks. And they've obviously said he's too ugly because he looks like me. So. But on a serious note, he does want to earn. He is a grafter. He's been brought up and trained in kitchens by me, so he knows how to take it, if you get what I mean. It's just that our work is too finesse for a teenager. So I'm just putting it out there. If anyone knows anyone that's looking for a part-time staff, he's available Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays. He doesn't go to college on Friday. but he's a student, obviously. So yeah, yeah, drop us an email. I'll forward it on to my son. He's got a CV all ready to go, and he does know how to graph. But thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, it's just a quick one. Putting together the property synergy group. I didn't think many of you would remember for today, but if we've got 10-15 minutes after the meeting, we'll just have a quick chat about it, and then the next action we'll stick with February. But we'll discuss that on Teams. Thank you.
Fantastic. Any more for any more? No? Good. In which case, I will conclude the meeting. You'll be delighted to know, hopefully, Andy will be back. And things will be turned the right way around again next week, I'm sure. So, thank you very much. Have a good week. Remember to do all your V-forms. Keep your eyes and ears open for fresh referral opportunities. See you all next week. Thank you very much.